13 and 14, he tells us why. Because you, speaking of Satan, said in your heart, I will ascend to the heavens. I will raise my throne above the stars of God. I will sit enthroned on the Mount of Assembly, on the utmost heights of Mount Zaphon. I will ascend above the tops of the clouds. I will make myself like the Most High. And so God literally cast Satan out of heaven. Jesus spoke, by the way, about the very moment when that happened. In Luke 10:18, Jesus said, I saw Satan fall like lightning from heaven. An actual event at a moment in time. And he was there and he saw it. John, in the book of Revelation, also speaks about this event. In Revelation 12:9, he says, the great dragon was hurled down, that ancient serpent called the devil or Satan, who leads the whole world astray. He was hurled to the earth, and his angels with him. And ever since, the Bible, Jesus himself, calls Satan the devil, the prince of this world. And we're talking about rulers, we're talking about a change in leadership. Jesus calls him the prince of this world. And this is where the battle lines are drawn. There is a prince in this world, on earth, in the United States, in Alaska, in our community, who is the ruler. And if we're going to have a revolution, he's the one that we need to remove from power. Jesus literally came to earth to wage war on the ruler of this world. Jesus said, now, meaning with his life on earth, now, from that time forward, in the present, he said, now, right now, John 12:31, now is the time for the judgment on this world. Now, the prince of this world will be driven out. And it started right then. And Jesus set an army in motion to storm the gates of hell and to reclaim the ground that Satan has claimed as his own. Matthew 11:12, from the days of John the Baptist until now, the kingdom of heaven has been forcefully advancing, and forceful men lay hold of it. And I want to say something about this verse, because we're going to see a lot of this verse this spring. Okay, many of your translations says that the kingdom of heaven suffers violence. That's a terrible translation. Draw a line through it and write forcefully advancing. In King James English, to suffer violence was to allow or promote, okay, the use of force. That's what it meant. It means something different when we read it in modern English today. And so when you go to the original language, the translation is that the kingdom of heaven is forcefully, it's using force to advance, and forceful men lay hold of it, all right? And that's the way. You can go back and take a look at the Greek for yourself if you prefer, all right? And then Ephesians 6:12 tells us, for our struggle is not against flesh and blood, but against rulers, against the authorities, against the powers of this dark world, and against the spiritual forces of evil in the heavenly realms. And 1 Peter 5:8 says, be alert and of sober mind. Your enemy, the devil, prowls around like a roaring lion, looking for someone to devour. And that's the one that Jesus says is the prince of this world, the ruler of this world. And that is the authority if we're going to have a revolution that needs to be overthrown. At this point, I want to look with you at a few photographs. Now what I'd like to do is I'd like to put all of those people together into one picture. And I want you to look at the picture of all of them together. And anyone looking at this, having seen those first pictures, doubt? Can anyone doubt that a war is being waged for the souls of men and women and children? Because everyone in the former pictures started as an innocent little child. Everyone started as that child. It's not simply that in the world today people do what they should not do, or think and say what they should not think or say. It's that in the midst of those things that grieve the heart of God, they believe they're doing right. And why not? 2 Corinthians 11:14 says, and no wonder. For Satan himself masquerades as an angel of light. No wonder. At one point in our lives, every Christian stood in the shoes of every one of the people in those first photographs. Equally confused. Equally lost. Ephesians 2:1-2 says, as for you, you were dead in your transgression and sins, in which you used to live, when you followed the ways of this world and the ruler of the kingdom of the air, the Spirit, who is now at work in those who are disobedient. See, Jesus came to start a revolution. He came to unseat the ruler of this world and to take his own rightful place as King of Kings and Lord of Lords. That's why he came. Hebrews 2:14 says, since the children have flesh and blood, speaking of Jesus, he too shared in their humanity, so that by his death he might break the power of him who holds the power of death. That is the devil. He came to break the power of him who holds the power of death. So, understanding the government of this world that needs to be overthrown, which is the prince of this world, the ruler of this world, what are we to do? Because God says we are to do. What are we to do? How can we bring about the revolution that God desires? Because I can tell you right now, he's counting on us in this room. So what can we do? Well, first you have to feel the need. You know, Nehemiah, many centuries before Christ, he was a Jewish man. He'd been carried off to a foreign country as a slave. And he was living there as a slave, a servant, a cupbearer to the king. And in Nehemiah chapter 1, verses 1-4, it says, the words of Nehemiah, son of Hakaliah, in the month of Kislev, in the 20th year, while I was in the citadel of Susa, Hanani, one of my brothers, came from Judah with some other men. And I questioned them about the Jewish remnant that had survived the exile, and also about Jerusalem. And they said to me, those who survived the exile and are back in the province are in great trouble and disgrace. The wall of Jerusalem is broken down, and its gates have been burned with fire. Now, look at his response. When I heard these things, I sat down and wept. And for days, I mourned and fasted, refused to eat for days. I mourned and fasted. You see, he felt the need intensely. The news that comes to us, if we're listening, it is much, much more distressing than the news that came to Nehemiah. We have friends. We have family members, classmates, neighbors, co-workers, a community, a world whose own sin condemns them to everlasting darkness. And in truth, so many Christians live as though it doesn't even matter. Yeah, I was trying to think of, a way to illustrate that. And imagine if you lived in an apartment building, a giant apartment building with 1,000 people. And imagine if that apartment building caught on fire in the middle of the night while everyone was sleeping. And for some reason, strange reason, you woke up and saw the danger, and you walked out of the apartment building and you went across the street to a cafe and you sat down and had a nice meal. Completely unconcerned about the 1,000 people who were still in the building. See, that's the way that we very often live. We live as though the people around us are not perishing, as though hell is not real, as though the ruler of this world, the prince of this world, is not waging an all-out war for the souls of men and women and children. So often that's the way that we live. I would encourage you to pray this simple prayer again and again and again, daily and many times throughout the day. Lord Jesus, break my heart with the things that break yours. Lord Jesus, break my heart with the things that break yours. Ask God to help you feel it. Ask God to help you feel it in your heart. Ask Him to help you love people so that you agonize over their lostness.